Welcome to the Vintners Series October Tasting 2009. Got some gorgeous wines to taste with you, but I want to make sure you know that in October your shipment's coming. You're going to receive this gorgeous catalog. This is a prototype of our new gift baskets. I'm very excited about the gift baskets, and there's a page in here about non-gift items. So we have corkscrews and we have glasses and decanters and things you can buy for your gift as gifts. And also you're going to get your Get a Member application where you get to split a case of wine with any friend that you sign up with the club. And there's a multi-levels of gifts that you can get for free. Looking for more membership for your friends, and love to have you join together with your friends and drink our wines. We're going to start with this Granfort from the Languedoc 2008 Chardonnay Viognier. It's like, what?
Who thunk that one up?
I don't know. They must have been Australian, but that's not. It's from France.
Well, maybe they're learning something from the Australians, which they could certainly easily do.
First it was Chardonnay Sauvignon in the 90s, and now they're mixing Viognier, which is such a pungent grape, and Chardonnay not so pungent. But boy, I flipped over this wine.
It's delicious
and
wine.
I thought the value was incredible. Actually, one of the most value-oriented white wines we've had in a long time, in my opinion. The nose is very balanced between the Chardonnay and the Torrentes. I mean the Viognier.
Yeah.
You get that tropical Viognier thing, but then also you catch this green apple sort of Chardonnay noise, right?
Well, I think it's a brilliant blend from the standpoint that one of the problems that Viognier has, especially in warm climates like the Languedoc-Roussillon in southern France, is that it kind of loses acidity in the heat. And Chardonnay retains its acidity even in warmer climates. So putting a little Viognier in Chardonnay is a brilliant idea.
Love the color, slight
Gorgeous
little
color.
chartreuse with that golden straw, and then viscosity is great, but the nose is what tells you that something's coming big, and then in the palate you get a little separation. You sense that Chardonnay Viognier blend, but it's nicely melded.
Well, it's a 2008, so it's relatively young, and when you smell wines, you get an aroma out of the wine, which is basically all the bits and pieces of the grapes that went in there and how it was made. They're separated. As the wine ages a little bit, it picks up what we call bottle bouquet, which is the melding of all those things, and it kind of creates a united front.
It's $16.99 for your retail on the shelf if you find it. $12.99 for the first bottle in our thing. And if you go to the market or you go to your wine shop and you look at all the $12.99 white wines and you see all the standard brands that are $12.99, absolutely one of the best values you're going to find.
And the reorder price is $10.99.
$10.99.
Yeah, I mean, you don't find wines like this for $10. It's crazy.
There's a reason why the chain store items are $10.99, and because they're in the chains and they get that presence, so they get to charge what they want. Here, these guys have to fight for what they charge because they're unknown, and this is an example of a great value based on that
wine
model.
Yeah, this is a 90-point wine for me.
That's really good. You have to take that on. Mendocino Farms. Now, this is very elaborate label.
Yeah, an arrow,
It's pointed to the right when you do it this way, and it's pointed to the left, so I don't know which way it's pointing.
I don't either. It's I don't know. What's the point?
Didn't quite get it, but it is a really cool blend of Cabernet and Petite Sirah. Petite Sirah, it's a very plummy, sort of fruity grape, and I think blending it with a Cab is a great idea, but this one really showed a lot of character in the meld. The sum of the parts is greater, the whole is greater than the sum of the parts, as you would say.
Yeah. Well, the Petite Sirah has been grown in Mendocino very successfully for, half a century. Guys like Parducci and Fetzer made their name on Petite Sirah back in the 60s and 70s. So they've got some great old vines that are growing fabulous Petite Sirah. They're not enough to make a large amount of wine, so they blend it with some Cabernet. It was a great call. It was shocking when I heard the blend, and I went, okay, but it's delicious wine.
It's kind of interesting for me anyway. On the palate, I'm getting Cabernet Petite, kind of going back and forth. I get the spice, I get the plumminess, I get the acid, then I get the cassis, and then I get the blackberries again. It's just going back and forth.
Sounds like a car dealer, Delicious, absolutely delicious wine. And what's the price on this?
Well, the retail, if you go to the wine shops, is $24.99. That actually is a little steep to me. I think it's a good quality wine. I think that would be too much to pay for it. But you got it for $16.99, which is actually a very good deal. And you can buy more at $12.99.
Wow.
And this is a great example of Mendocino, great example of Petite Sirah blended with Cab.
A great example, like we have so many of them. This is the best example I've ever tasted. I don't know about you, but hell, I'd do it again.
I keep wanting to keep drinking it. It's like, it's really good. It lasted in the finish. It'll nice soften out. It'll age nicely, actually, for another. We have drinks through 2012 under normal cellaring conditions.
I think it'll last longer than that if you've got
so.
a nice cellar.
Yeah,
You know, it's really, really nice wine.
Now, I gave this wine a 90. So that's a thing. All 6 wines on this episode, I gave 90.
Well, I'm
At
proud
least.
of you. But I also gave it a 90, and I think it's worth every bit of that, if not more.
Hey, let me show you something. Okay. Use your legs when you lift this up.
My.
A barrel of wine.
A barrel of wine.
Barrel of wine. This is the Classic Series wines. We've got the Windy Ridge and the Pinotia Riesling, which, by the way, was a huge seller. And you did very well with this at your wine tasting.
Oh, gosh. Every time we tasted it, it was a favorite wine of the day. And everybody, especially with people who didn't like Riesling, which was so funny.
And a nice croquet Merlot. This is one of our most popular gifts. Always well received by recipient, but we have a great catalog coming out in October that shows all our wonderful gifts for you. And take advantage of these great prices because it's free shipping and handling.
You're kidding.
Like I just handled that; it was free.
I see. Yeah, okay. I'm glad because I didn't bring the cash with me.
See you next time, and look for our catalog.